Hi, Leo. This is your May 2026 Spirit Guide reading. Let's take a look at the energies that your Spirit Guides want you to know about for the month of May for you. We've got the Father of Swords, the King of Swords. So I take that as like protection. The Father or the King is the protector, and we've got the Mother of Wands, the Queen of Wands. So there's this sense of like winning and growth this month that your spirit guides want you to be aware of, but it has a lot to do with your uniqueness, and you need to be yourself this month, Leo. The Queen of Wands is a card that is about being yourself and winning and succeeding because you are being your most unique version of yourself. We've also got the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords can indicate some conflict. It can indicate a lot of things, so we're going to see what this is about. We've also got the Two of Wands, a portal. I read the Two of Wands as this version of like walking, stepping through something, a portal to bring you into whatever you're trying to manifest. You could have some resistance to that manifestation this month. The Hierophant, the five. There could be something with the number five. The Hierophant is this card of like of wisdom, of the learned, being learned, of knowing, of like spirituality, of tradition, even. And we've got the Two of Swords. Interesting. This is like you've got the Father of the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands, and then you've got the Five of Swords and then the Hierophant, which is the five, and the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords. So, what I'm going to say is that your spirit guides are really wanting you to listen to the communication and the signs that they're bringing you, because swords are a lot of signs, so they don't want you to miss out on anything. And there's this possibility that maybe some stressors in your life, Leo, right now could blind you to the possibility for change that is there. So you really need to lean in this month into the things that you know you're good at, the things that you know you can trust, the people that you know you can trust. Let's get one more before we get some clarity, Leo. And we've got the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is looking at the difficulties, all of the stuff that we have worked so hard at, and being like, whoa, look at what I did. Like, kind of, feeling yourself in this sense of like, I'm doing a good job, or I did do a good job managing that situation. And there is this, whatever difficulty might come up this month, Leo, that difficulty could be internal, like emotional stuff. I don't see a lot of things having to do with your money. I think it's more about your passion and your thoughts and the way you understand things. Maybe having to do with work, but not having to do with work so much as like how you're like making money at work, as like work dynamics or work politics is what I'm seeing. But there's this possibility that despite all the potential for difficulty, you come out on top and you come out proud of how you handled yourself. Let's get some clarity on this Five of Swords. What kind of difficulty or challenge might be coming? We've got the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Crystals. So this does have to do with how you move in the world, but the challenge could be like you might be wanting to start a new project or start like writing a book. I don't know, creativity is what I'm thinking, but something that feels passionate, or you want to make a change and work is standing in the way. Work, like maybe your schedule or the amount of emotional energy you have left, because at the end of the day, like if you're tired, like you're tired, like you have to preserve your strength so that you can like make it to the point where you're able to create the thing you want. Let's get some clarity on this Two of Swords card. We've got the Three of Cups. So just be careful that you're not distracting yourself this month, Leo, in like handling stress by like having fun. It's good to really stress. It's good to have fun, but your spirit guides really want to warn you against just like going out and so much so that like you're spending too much money, or you're just like you don't have energy left. Like I don't know. I go through these periods in my life where like I don't drink any alcohol, not because I feel like I have an issue with alcohol or that it's bad to drink alcohol, but that I find that I make better decisions in my life overall and I have more time and energy for things like this channel, for instance, because I also have a full-time job, that I have more time and energy when I'm not drinking alcohol. I don't know what that is. Maybe because like I'm an older millennial and my body needs more time to recover. I don't know, but I just wanted to share that. Let's clarify this Two of Wands, clarified by the Queen of Cups. So we had a King of Swords, a Queen of Wands, and now we have a King of Cups, clarifying this Two of Wands. So this is telling us that there is this possibility, like your spirit guides are saying, there's a possibility for even love, like a love interest to come in, but you just to step into your power as whatever you're doing that's creative, whatever you're doing that makes you happy, that like makes you feel a sense of like love and softness. And so I'm seeing a lot of like Leo, being sure that you're not getting distracted by like going out or partying and that's stopping you from moving towards this goal. Like it is fair if you want to, go out and party after work because you're stressed, but how is it affecting what you're trying to accomplish? You know? All right, Leo, let's move on to what your spirit guides want you to pay attention to this month. We've got the Ace of Wands. So, new beginnings that start really fast. You had a lot of twos here. So, this is your first ace. You just want to make sure that all the beginnings that you're starting have a solid foundation. A Two of Cups. So, especially with your love life, with your love connections, you had the Two of Cups and you had that King of Cups here. So, there's a possibility, Leo, that you could be meeting somebody or even like, just feeling really very connected to someone with work or a creative endeavor. We've got the Seven of Wands. This is your second seven. Wait, nah. This is your first seven, but a lot of wands here. So there could be a fire sign coming in. But I take this as protection. Sometimes the Seven of Wands can be like a card of difficulty, but I think for you in this moment, Leo, it's more about your spirit guides protecting you. We've got the Page of Coins or the Page of Pentacles. So pay attention to what you're building and learning and your skills in terms of making money. If it is time for you to pick up a new skill or to improve or just renew a contract or a license or something, do that. But it is a moment, May is a moment for growth. And finally, the Tower. So watch out. We're going to clarify this Tower really fast. But there could be this moment of change that you're not expecting. Let's find out just like what part of your life the Tower is in. Strength. So something that is important to you. And just because a change happens doesn't mean it's necessarily bad. The King of Swords, some communication, or let's see, one more to find out like what part of your life you might be learning something that you were not expecting about somebody that means a lot to you. Could be a Leo. And the Three of Swords. Yeah, so Leo, I don't think it's necessarily this Tower is about your money. I really don't think so. I think that you're learning something that drastically, like your feelings are hurt, or you just like, you feel completely differently about somebody after you learn some information this month. And so just trust your intuition, trust yourself, Leo. Okay, so let's get some some things to watch out for from your spirit guides. I'm using this Oracle deck. I forgot what it's called. I'm sorry. But what to watch out for from your spirit guides. We've got shadow work tomorrow, or maybe so being resistant or like spiritual procrastination. So coming back to that idea of like being careful about like going out and partying and not distracting you from like moving towards your goals. We've also got enlightened for 4 hours, spiritual high or reality check. So watch out for if you are like intoxicated in some way and that gives you like a spiritual experience, like just make sure that you apply those lessons to your real world, your material world, I should say. Mercury did it, miscommunication, cosmic excuse, or retrograde blame. So blaming it on the stars, being like, oh, it was a full moon and I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, no, just take responsibility for yourself, Leo. Invited but not wanted, exclusion, misfit, emotional distance. So feeling like unwanted. Remember, often people respond to us in relation to how they feel about their lives, not in relation to like you necessarily. So just keep that in mind. Not always, but often. Manifesting sleep, spiritual fatigue, wishful thinking, burnout naps. So be careful for burnout. So instead of manifesting sleep, make sure you're actually getting sleep this month, Leo. Let's get a couple more. We've got no thoughts, just vibes, disassociation, emptiness, and floating. So another one saying, don't go out and like party and let that be your solution to your stressors right now. The solution to your stressors is actually you like making a new life for yourself. Something that makes you happy, doing something that makes you happy in whatever aspect that means. It doesn't necessarily mean your job, it could mean a whole lot of things. All right, so let's find out what like spiritual tools or like rituals your spirit guides want you to focus on this month. We've got feathers, connect with air, let your thoughts flow freely. So there was like a lot of sword energy in your reading today. So Leo, I'm really thinking that like that wind, swords are wind and movement. They want you to focus on that. Candles invoke your desires, let your intentions burn brightly. Make sure to always burn candles safely and attended. You do you, but like that is my warning for you. Bell, clear the air, let sound purify your space and mind. Bells are very important tools, very helpful tools for cleansing spaces. Book of Shadows, record your journey, keep track of your spells and insights. Even if you're doing any spiritual work, like journaling about that, maybe you should go on a journey. But just journaling in general, I think will be important. And let's get one more. We've got crystals, channel the earth's energy, let your intentions align with your tools. So using your crystals that you have, you don't have to go buy new ones. If you don't have any, then you can have pictures on your phone of them and channel their energies. You don't have to go out and spend money, but just like bringing in like crystal type energy. Anyway, Leo, if you're still watching, thank you so much. I love you too. And come back next week. Or if you want to hit the like button or the share or the subscribe button, I like that as well. Right. And see you later. Bye.